Hi there, folks, and welcome to the What Solutions for this week's the Daily Rigour issue number 262. So we've got a wee environmental story for you first of all, Asda launching its first ever refill store in Scotland. So we've got a wee cereal packaging question problem for you to solve first of all. So we've got a 3.9 kilogram reusable cereal container. How many full 500 gram boxes of cornflakes could fit inside this container? So back to metric units for weight as opposed to imperial measures the last few weeks. So first of all, we need to know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams, and we're basically wanting to know how many lots of 500 grams fit into 3.9 kilograms. So we need to change the 3.9 kilograms into grams by multiplying by 1,000. So that'll give us 3,900 grams. And to figure out how many 500s go into it, we need to divide by 500. So that comes to 7.8. In other words, almost 8 boxes of cornflakes. But to answer the question, how many full boxes of cornflakes fit into the container, we need to round down because it's 7 and a bit. So the answer to the question would be 7 full boxes of cornflakes. So on to our sports story. So Derby County entering administration and are deducted 12 points, given us a chance to practice our negative numbers in context. So they had 10 points and they had 12 taken away, so that would give us 10 take away 12. So to work out the number of points they have, you start at 10, you go down 12, which would take us on that negative number line down to -2, so they're now in -2 points. So on Saturday they lost 1-0 to Sheffield United. What's the current points tally? So you don't get any points for a defeat, so it will stay the same. So that's -2 points. And for their new goal difference, they didn't score any goals and they lost one. So that means we need to take one off of their old goal difference of -1. So if we're at -1 and we go down another one, that means that their goal difference is -2 and they're also on -2 points. Best of luck to the team as they fight their way through this difficult time. Okay, so on to our education story. So it turns out Emma Raducanu's favourite subject at school was maths. How cool is that? So we've got a recent survey on 1,200 pupils in terms of how they feel about maths, and it turns out 46% liked or loved maths compared to the 24% who hated or disliked it. And I think that's really encouraging to hear. Almost double the amount of students like or love it as opposed to disliking or hating it. So how many more students is this? Well, to work out 46% of 1,200, we work out 1% by dividing by 100 and then times by 46 to get 46%. So that's 552 students. In order to work out the 24%, we find 1% by dividing by 100 and then times by 24. That comes to 288 students. To work out how many more students this is, we take these two figures away from each other to get 264 more students. But here's where it gets a bit annoying. 75% of students in the survey reported hearing an adult speak negatively about maths. Why on earth do they do that? I'll never know. But anyway, how many students is this? So to get 75%, we can divide by 4 to find 25%, and then multiply by 3, because 75 is 3 lots of 25. And that'll come to 900 students. And then the worst part, 44%, that's nearly half of the students say they've actually heard an adult say the words, "I hate maths." How on earth can they say such a thing and get away with it? I'll never know. Anyway, it's back to those more complicated percentages. So we need to find 1% by dividing by 100 and then times by 44 to find 44%. Typing it into your calculator, 528 students have heard an adult say, "I hate maths." Can you believe it? Anyway, on to our health and wellbeing story, and I love this one. So poor Omar Ahmed signed up to run a 10k race, took a wrong turn and ended up running a half marathon instead. Now the crazy part here is he actually won it, but then got disqualified for running the race that he wasn't registered in. Ridiculous, isn't it? But anyway, how many extra kilometres did he run? So first of all, I suppose we've got to work out how many kilometres there are in a half marathon. If a full marathon is 26.2 miles, a half marathon will be half the distance, which is 13.1. Now, every 1 mile is 1.61 kilometres, so 13.1 miles will be 13.1 lots of 1.61 kilometres, and that's going to give us 12.091 kilometres. So in terms of working out how much extra he ran, we need to take the 10 kilometres that he was supposed to run away from this amount to get 11.091 kilometres. Now for the last part, we have to calculate his average speed for running the half marathon. So speed, of course, is distance divided by time. We have to give our answer in kilometres per hour. So we need the distance that he ran of the half marathon in kilometres. So we already worked out from part A that a half marathon in kilometres was 21.091, and we're dividing by the time, but if the speed is to be in kilometres per hour, then our time has to be in hours. And as you can see up the top here, we've got our time in minutes, 63 minutes. So to change minutes into hours, we divide by 60 because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So that comes to 1.05 hours. So we divide the 21.091 kilometres by that 1.05. So if we type that into our calculators, we get 20.08666666, etc., etc. So rounding to one decimal place, we then get 20.1, and of course because the distance was in kilometres and the time was in hours, then our units for speed would be kilometres per hour as we were asked for. And there we have it, folks, our word solutions for this week. We hope you enjoyed solving these problems. Stay tuned for next week's edition when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and bye for now.